I think I put a post a while back asking a question if I should cut my hair the way I had it at the beginning of this year. If you guys don't know, I shaved the whole sides in the back and I had a little baby Huey. That's what I call it. Little baby Huey, right? In the, little swoopty swoop. Okay. And I loved it. It was called giving me a long Holly Berry. It was helping me feel and look sophisticated. I was loving it, right? But my hair grew too fast. It was just like 6 months ago. And so before I went to get these highlights, I went and I was asking God, like, hey, what should I do? Should I keep my hair short or should I keep it this long and just add some color? Like, what are you thinking? And so he led me to the scripture, okay, that I didn't even really knew was in the Bible. Okay, I'm still learning, I'm growing, I'm reading, but the Bible's long. Some scriptures you don't get to yet. But anyway, he directed me to this scripture and I want to share it. It's 1 Corinthians 11:15, and it reads, "But if a woman has long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given to her for a covering." Okay, that means that our hair is our glory. It is a covering over us, as covering meaning protection. And so I was like, if I cut my hair off, what is going to be my covering? So I was like, okay, Lord, I see what you're doing. You answered that really quick. You want me to grow my hair? We gonna grow the hair. But it doesn't end there. I'm gonna read the next verse. 1 Corinthians 11:5 and 6. "But every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head, for that is one and the same, as if her head was shaved." Verse 6. "For if a woman is not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it is shameful for a woman to be shorn or shaved, let her be covered." Okay? So basically, you need to be covered. How you choose to cover, I don't know. Some people wear the little fishnet thing over their head, to cover them or something like that. But if God is saying your hair is your glory and it's a covering, why not wear what God has given you and live according to his word? Okay. So if you didn't know what shorn mean, shorn basically mean deprived of your glory. Okay, that is what it's meaning. So if you cut that hair off, you depriving yourself of the glory that God has given you as a woman. According to the word, I ain't saying God said it, but wait, let's read one more. 1 Corinthians verse 11, verse 10. "For this reason, the woman ought to have a symbol of authority on her head because of the angels." Okay, this is also in conjunction with a further scripture that I probably will touch on later. But your hair is your glory, so you shouldn't really cut it. Short hair meant a disgrace and shame in the Bible, or a sign of vow and mourning, or even transition. And if I share my story about why I even cut my hair, that is basically it why I did it, right? It was a transition from a traumatic experience that I had went through, and I wanted to let her go. Her meaning the person who experienced it, because I didn't want it to come into what I was walking into. So if that meant cut everything off, my hair, certain friends, location, different wardrobe, I was letting it all go. Okay. So did I have shame? Yes. That's why I cut it. I was shamed that I went through that experience, right? Was I mourning? Heck yeah. Crying every single day for like 9, 10 months. Some days I still cry and it's 2 years later. Okay. So yes, 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 yes. This all makes so much sense about, why I cut my hair, or sometimes why women even cut their hair. But now that I know that hair is my glory and a covering as authority and protection over me, I'm letting this hair grow back, okay? And in the Bible, back in those, the older days, women had very longer hair. And it was said to distinguish a woman from a man, okay? So he also kind of shames men for having hair. It's in the Bible, I ain't say it, okay? I'll read that scripture another day. But he also shames men for having hair and women for not having hair, because it's like blending the genders together or even switching them. Women were meant to have hair to distinguish them from men, And men was meant to have short hair to distinguish them from women, and it also was their sign of authority as they were the leader of a woman, right? And they submit to God. And so anyway, I wanted to come on here and share that for the people who may or may not have known that. You know, I was one of them, but I know now. And if you have a shortcut, you go on ahead and take what resonates, right? You go take this to God and ask him what he believes you should do. I always hear a lot of information from, when I'm scrolling, I'm watching certain things, I'm getting advice from friends or people I trust, but I still go to my creator and ask him, will this be good advice that's going to help me fulfill the purpose you have on my life? I didn't used to do it. I used to just take the advice and do what everybody said and then go almost insane because I'm sitting here doing so much of what God did not tell me to do. Okay, I'm listening to man. And so now I bring everything to him to get his approval because he's the leader and CEO of my life. And when I hear that he gives me to go, then I'll take the advice. No shade to the people. I appreciate it. But if God ain't say do it, I ain't doing it now. I done been there doing what y'all told me to do, and we see where that got your girl, okay? Now your girl trying to get to new heights, new levels. She need to listen to her creator because he knows the beginning, the middle, the end, in it all. And so I'm staying connected with him hands down, okay? Sorry if you don't like it. Do what you got to do. But anyway, I wanted to share this information with you in case you were wondering, like I was, should you grow your hair out if it's short, or should you keep it short? If you are on your journey and you walking with God and that is your father, your creator, and you listen to him and he leads your life, you go on ahead and make that decision for you. But I hope this again freed someone, brought revelation, deliverance, or healed your crown, okay? And so again, thank you for listening, following my series, and I love you like God do, and it ain't nothing you could do about it.